Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Old Slot Car Saturday Night Live. Thank you for taking some time out of your Saturday to join us this evening. Give a big welcome to everybody here. Who all we got here in the chat already? Hey, KP. Thank you for showing up, buddy, and congratulations again. Hey, Fox and Walls. Thank you for showing up. Hey, Rich. I told you I was going to put those out there for you, buddy. Hey, Mike. Thank you for showing up, buddy. Easy E. Yeah, I was going to say, he usually does a live about the same time I do. But, hey, buddy, thank you for stopping in for a little bit. I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you later. John Boy's back. Hey, Tom. You've got your look what Scott's got tonight. Hey, Kimber. Long time no see, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Bruce. Welcome back. Hey, Tom. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while either. Thanks for coming back in. Hey, Patrick. Hope you had a good week. Jimbo's back. Mark's back. All right. Cool. We got a great show tonight. Like I said, the 10-car auction thing's done. So if we get done with the auction tonight and we get done with the looks what Scott's got and we get done with if we get to give away any of the final 3 pit kits that Adam donated to the channel. Once again, my buddy Adam and his family, Adam, Brianna, and Alex of Adam's Slot Cars and More. Soon to be Alex's Slot Cars and More, I'm sure, when he gets older. But anyway, be sure and check out Adam on Wednesday nights for some awesome deals on some cars you're just not going to beat prices on. Hey, Tato, thank you for showing back up, man. Angry Coyote, as everybody sees you in the chat. Hey, Jay, thank you for showing up, man. Appreciate it. If somebody sees the dude in here, tell him to be sure and let me know, because he sent me a text and I just remembered. He sent it to me while I was working, going through hell. Yeah, Tate, Angry Coyotes, getting made better. He's working on it. Hey, Tommy, thank you for showing up, man. And if you guys want to see some live racing action, Mark, if you missed it, was live earlier today at a new guy's house, Steve, and he's got a new awesome routed track. So I know I'm going to be watching that after I get done with the show tonight, after I get done with the dogs and laundry and stuff like that. And I get to sit down and eat. I'm going to go ahead and watch some of that. Hey, G-Bud, thanks for showing back up, man. And Mark gave us a good tip. Hey, no dog. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, we got the big look what Scott's got thanks to you tonight, my friend. So Mark had mentioned on his show that he bought one of those new Ford GTs. Maybe he didn't mention it on his show. Maybe he did. I don't know. But he mentioned it to me and Mare and Adam that he had bought one of those new Ford GTs. Another person from his club had bought one. They'd made 2 laps with it and it burned up. And then Mark, I don't know how many laps he got to make with his, but it burned up. And then we got to talking about the replacement motors on the members side. And then G-Bud pointed out and Mark pointed out that Mark thought that the Jag Hobbies replacement motor was a little bit faster than the Viper. And then G-Bud let me know that they've actually come down in price on the Jag Hobbies one, and now they're only $8. So thanks both of those guys for those tips. It's done. It's finished today. All right, everyone give Tate a round of applause. I'm turning him into a mechanic. Hey, Steve-O. Yeah, he replaced the clutch and brake booster on his Mustang and put a GT500 in there, I believe. Oh, plus the Jag Hobby has a simplified circuit board, which is even better for simple people like me. So thank you for the tip there, Mark. And the reason why I did that is because the GT500 has a larger clutch fluid reservoir for the slave cylinder for the hydraulic throwout bearing, is my understanding. Whenever I had a manual, I'm old school. It just had a cable. So this hydraulic stuff is like, and it's really showing too, because my car back in the day would be a badass, but nowadays everybody looks at me and go, "You've only got that much horsepower? Shit, you know, I just bought a new Mustang and put a Ford Motorsport supercharger on it, and I make 800 horsepower." Yeah, well, 38. Well, like I said, if I'm rapping at the camera, because like I said, I've noticed that whenever I do watch replays when I'm working, sometimes I spend too much time reading the chat and there's a lot of dead space. And for anybody that's watching, that's kind of boring that they're watching and not live. So I'm trying to do the best I can with both. But if I do miss, if we get to 60, 70, 80, everybody that can remember that, put it in the chat. Hey, we hit it. And then that way we know that we're going to be having a giveaway at the end of the show tonight. And once it gets to 7:30, I'm going to finish opening Tom with No Dog Motorsports box that he sent me unexpectedly that came in the mail. I have opened it, but I haven't pulled what's in there out, so I've not seen it. So you guys are going to see it for the first time just like I've seen it. I think the only person that's seen it besides myself is the mayor and maybe Sweet Jane. So they kind of maybe know what's in there, besides Tom, obviously. But I have an idea, but I've not seen it. So I can't wait to take a look at it. I'll just put it that way. Tilikia was just as bad. Yeah. I know some little burner with a fart pipe's going to pull up next to me and smoke my ass. So, yeah, see, I knew it, Jane. Yeah, see. Hey, Randy. Thank you for showing up, man. Him and Danny been burning up the blacktop on Blacktop Speedway. Oh, see, there we go. Clutch master cylinder and rebuilt the 6-way power seat gears. Oh, so now I can cruise around in comfort. Oh, okay, cool. I opened the box and then I saw it wasn't car parts. And then I looked at the label and I was like, oh, man, I should have waited to open that when it was on the show. My bad. So at 7:30, we're going to finish opening that up, and I'll read the note to myself before I read it out loud, because in case there's something in there you don't want. So my apologies for not being completely surprised, but when I saw in there, I saw what I thought I saw, but I'm not going to give it away because I think the mayor actually gave it away whenever he did his video, and so it looks very familiar. Public friendly note. Cool. Thank you, Tom. Hey, Steven. Thank you for showing up, buddy. I've got to get a hold of you this week. I've got a list of about 5 people that want me to get rims for them. So I need to get you some cash. So thank you for showing up and your support, man. If you guys want some custom, we've got an auction car tonight that has a set of AJ's aluminum rims on them from back in the day. AJ's rims are really hard to find now, and they're pretty pricey. And you still have to assemble the whole axle assembly. You know, you're just getting the rims. I've got an easier way, and that's Mr. Petrish in the chat right there. All you got to do is just reach out to him below, and he can hook you up with that jig that we gave away a couple of those on. He can hook you up with rims. If you want a Mega G Plus body pinned onto a Viper or a Super 7, he's the man to hook you up. And so that brings me to, I didn't get the list compiled of everybody that wanted wheels. I know I've got a few people, but some people emailed me, and I apologize. Like I said, work's been hell. So as soon as I got off work, I've been going out the garage working on the Mustang. And when I come back in, the last thing I wanted to do is stare at a computer. So that's on me. I apologize. But I will force myself to get in front of the computer. So if you do want some of Steve's rims, you got to tell me how many and what chassis, and I will order them. And I'm not collecting any money until I have them here and I'm ready to ship them out. But I am going to be reaching out to him on Tuesday. So that'll one more day. I'll remind everybody on Monday when I'm out in the garage working on the Mustang. Hey, if you want me to order some of Steve's rims, you gotta let me know, because Tuesday I'm putting in the order and sending him cash. Cool, man. We just bumping right on up. I see more and more people popping in here. Like I said, I know it's the weather's actually nice there. See if he can do some BBS type wheels. I'll ask him, and then I've got to ask about the 4-gear too, because Zim wanted me to ask about 4-gear rims. And I know that Josh at 408 Speed might be interested in those. The Mayor's got a new drag strip, and Mr. Benito gifted him a dragster. So now he's going to have to buy a different kind of display case because those wings won't fit. Well, they don't fit on mine. They don't fit in a standard display case. Cool. Well, we're close enough to 7:30 for me. We've got, like I said, 5 awesome cars. But before we get started, I do want to show off the display cars for tonight, the featured cars per se. If you haven't checked out Rich's, thank God it's TYCO Friday. From this last Friday, he did the Gremlin Rough Rider, and he made a mention that if somebody had the orange Rough Rider Pinto, that he would be interested in trying to purchase that from him. I've actually, mine is a what they call a resin body, kind of like what Keith, Mr. Horton there can do, like the Winter Circle there. He does custom people. He does his bodies. He does the diorama stuff for the Gators. He does the pop-up tents. He does the Scotty potties. If you want to make your diorama look realistic and true 1/64 scale, Keith's your man. He can hook you up right down below. Rich was in here, Kimber. So let me swing that around there. Show off those bad boys again. The members, I know this is going to be boring to them because they already heard the story. The red 67 is the Gremlin, and that was a car from my childhood. The orange number 5 is the Rough Rider Pinto, which is the resin body. And back when I bought that thing, I still had to pay like $60 for that. Those are both in the TYCO book. They were made in 1977 only. They came on curb hugger chassis only, and they're both rated as a 2, which is rare. Obviously not the resin one, but the original Rough Rider Gremlin is. So if you have either one of those cars, or you know somebody that's got them and they don't know what they have, and they're looking to get rid of their collection, I strongly suggest buying them because they're hard cars to find. Let alone in decent condition. Bowman gray cars, yes, Keith. Yeah, that's exactly what I think they're going after, was the modifieds. Yeah. And then here, I got them in the TYCO book, and then I know they're on page 17 already because I already read off the details to the members, but I'll show them off again because there are some other versions of the Pintos and stuff. So there's the Gremlin Rough Rider. There's a drag Gremlin, another drag Gremlin. There's the Rough Rider Pinto, and then there's a drag Pinto. Hey, Debbie, thanks for making back. And there it is, white red 67. Curve hugger 77 only. It's a 2. And then the 32 is, where's it at? Well, good grief. Oh, well. There it is, white red. Okay. I'm not going to keep torturing you guys. Hey, Danny. Thanks for showing up. I actually had a Pinto racing. That's awesome. Yeah, Kimber, there was a guy in my town that got famous. Well, you know, hillbilly famous. He put a big block stroked Chevy with oogles of nitrous in it, and back in the day, and he had obviously he had it pro streeted out. Basically, it was a chassis with a Pinto body on it, and they called it the nuclear Pinto. And that thing would terrorize the Midwest tracks because it could run in the, it was like a 500 and some odd cubic inch. You got to remember back in the day, they didn't have those big 632s and stuff. It was a 500 and some odd cubic inch big block Chevy with, I think, like 4 stages of nitrous and a fogger system on it. And when it would hook up and go straight, he could actually run into the deep 7s with it back in the day. Yeah, 8s were when he didn't use all the nitrous, but if he kicked in all the nitrous, he could do it. Oh, nice, Mayor. I'll make sure that I don't show my face on the big screen so I don't scare you guys. I know it's close to Halloween and all, but so anyway, so there, I didn't even plan on telling that story about the nuclear Pinto. But anyway, yeah, he's a local legend. Rick Pope, if you want to look him up on YouTube, you can actually see a couple of his videos, and it's a red Ford Pinto with a big block Chevy with 500 and some odd cubic inches. Yeah, I'd scare her cats. Hey, I did see we got to 60, so everyone give yourselves a round of applause. And thank you again to Adam, Brianna, and Alex. We're giving away a C5 Corvette R. So someone's going to win at least one pit kit tonight. Thank you again, Adam. Hey, Michael, Zimbo. Yeah. No, it's been a rough week at the old House of HO Racing too, so I feel your pain. $4,500. Yeah, now $4,500 wouldn't even be able to buy the block on an aftermarket big block Chevy block. So while I'm pulling out the box real quick, whenever I bought my Dart Iron Eagle small block Ford block, it was basically like $2,500, and it cost me another $1,100 to get the machine work in it. Now that very same block that I have is like $5,000. It's insane. Prices have gone through the roof. And so once again, thank you, Tom, with No Dog Motorsports. Oh, wow, man. Okay, so it says, you guys are just the bomb. All of you. Scott, I built this for you to auction off on one of your Saturday Night Live broadcasts. All proceeds are to go to your Mustang fund to help get it back on the track and make that run for your dad. I will also cover the shipping to the lower 48 for the auction winner. Please start the bidding at whatever you think is fair, as I have no idea what the value is. Sincerely, Tom, No Dog Motorsports. Thank you, Tom. Had to pause and try to get my stuff together. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you, Tom. So when I say I opened the box enough to see that it wasn't car parts, I pulled this little piece of cardboard off. This piece of paper was down like this, so I didn't even know what that said until just now. That's why I'm teary-eyed. Thank you, man. And then this is what I saw. So let's open this up. Very well packed. So I'm going to, when we auction this thing off, you guys, if we have time, we'll do it tonight. If not, we'll make it the feature thing for next week. But it will be packed the very same way that he packed it, because he's using this hard foam to ensure that the post office doesn't destroy it, or in this case, it was UPS. But either way, I want to make sure that the person that wins it, it arrives like it should be. Oh, wow. That is so awesome. There it is, handcrafted by No Dog Motorsports. Tom. Look at that, guys. Look at that work. You can put all sorts of your decals on the back here. This is a nice garage. You could even drill you some holes and make some lighting in there if you wanted to. Yeah, Keith, you're one of them, my friend. That is so awesome. The brick is actually textured. See that? Look at that, guys. That's like real textured brick. It's even got little shelves back there. That's what I thought I saw. See that? It's got shelves back there so you can put shop equipment back there on those shelves. See that? Those are shelves. Mayor gave me the brick months ago. Well, that is awesome. Thank you, Mayor, for doing that. And that's an awesome touch. I love the checkered flags. You guys, whoever wins this on auction is going to be able to make this their personal garage. It's going to be awesome. Oh yeah, nice. Oh, nice, Mayor. See, that's what I'm talking about. This diorama stuff, you can use it for so many different things. And quite honestly, there was a place that had those wall stickers that you could buy that I was planning on using, but then that was before I found this. I saw some of this real stuff in sheets. So you could actually make it more authentic than a sticker because it's actually textured, see? That's rough. Yeah, Jay, it's a great looking garage. I'm impressed. And like I said, you could actually drill it to add some lighting in there. Like Zim said, you could get a lift put in there. I know if you go to Hobby Lobby, they sell those little garage diorama kits that have 2-post lifts and air compressors and stuff like that. That would be bad to the bone. And this is wood. That's wood. See? Great work, man. Selling it for $1. Wow. So I know what to look out for Walmart if the tariffs don't make it $20. That is so awesome. Thank you, Tom, for sending this. So I had no idea this was coming in. I had no idea for what is going to go. So give me a week to get this thing really cleaned up and looking really nice, clean out some of the dust, and we'll be auctioning off this generous, awesome garage from Tom at No Dog Motorsports next Saturday night. So if you're interested in getting a custom built garage made out of wood and some of that awesome brick that the mayor just told us about, that is awesome. Like I said, there's a lot of things. You know, they even make those little garage lights I've seen for the trains that have the hood over them with the single light in the middle that you could stick right up here and hanging out, and there's enough room up underneath there that you could tuck the wires away. I've never done that, KP, but yeah, this is real wood. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And like I said, the shelves back there, so you can put decals in there, put shop equipment, a lift, obviously some of your cars. Get you some diorama people from Keith. Yeah. Next Saturday night, if you're interested, if you're watching this later, we're going to be auctioning this off. And all I can say is thank you, Tom. That's very, very generous of you. And I appreciate the gesture, my friend. Thank you. Hey, Pat, thank you for letting me know we hit it. All right. So, yep, there it is. We're officially giving away one of Adam's pit kits tonight. We've only got 3 of them left. But I am going to restock next week before the show. Man, this is awesome. That is awesome. Sweetness. Okay. See if I can. So, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. He's got this foam where it fits, which is good. Hey, Mike. Mike O, yeah, we got several mics in here. Track Girl, yeah, Track Girl could go in there too. That is so awesome, man. That's what I'm talking about, guys. You don't have to be into racing. You can be into the diorama stuff and just like pity putting your cars around. You can build your custom cars like G-Bud, and then I see Randy's branched out, and I see Jim Benito's branching out and doing his own custom paints and stuff like that. Joe Guyver, Blue Oval. Who else we got? Blue Oval. Yeah. And Joe Guyver, both. They do their custom stuff too. So, yeah, it'll come in this box. So hopefully the Postal Service will still read it. Yeah. Do not crush. Yeah, Blue Oval is kicking it. That's you, yeah. Tom at No Drama? Or is this Tom at No Dog? Yeah, okay. Fragile is. Well, if you write it on the box, they definitely crush it. Yeah, that's so awesome. I'm keeping the letter. You guys don't win the letter. I keep everybody's letter that they write to me, and I don't delete emails either. Like I said, you guys are my friends, and it's just nice to know that you guys care enough to take the time to do stuff like this. That's just freaking awesome. So we're definitely giving away one pit kit tonight, which is kind of surprising to me. Like I said, with the weather, football, people can actually get out of their house and do stuff without bathing in their own sweat. So maybe, as the night goes on, the sun goes down, more people will join in. But that's not going to stop us from having a good time tonight. We've got 5 awesome cars that we're going to auction off. We're going to be giving away at least one pit kit. And then if we do have time, I've got one of my 1977 TYCO books that I would show off. But if we don't have time, it's no biggie. I'm not going to keep people late just to show off that book. We can save it for another day. But suffice to say, let's turn around, take one more good look at those Rough Rider Gremlin and the Pinto, and then we'll get started with the auction and get to the giving away, get to the fun stuff. Good one, missing the finger. Like there is an outside, yeah. If you're brave enough to go out, Mike, yes, there is. Crack me up. So since this is the last little show off, I'll get them off here and show them up close to the camera. And then we'll get started for the evening. So you can see it's not perfect. This is the one that I had whenever I was a kid. Birthday present. Actually, I remember because I made fun of it because I was like, who wants a gremlin? And then I drove this thing on my track and I loved it. The ass end just swings around freely. And with those curb hugger shoes, it still kind of keep the power to it. So awesome car. And then there's the Pinto. Like I said, it's a resin. They did a really good job. Well, what it is, but they actually did put the detail in it. No, I'm not selling either one of these. These are just showing them off for my collection. because Rich's Slot Car Room did his thank God it's TYCO Friday on this car, and he was asking about if anybody had one of these to sell or knew of somebody that had one that might want to sell. Oh, nice, Kevin. That'd be awesome. And so, yeah, like Keith mentioned, Bowman Gray. This is like the precursor to the old fairgrounds, what they called modified stock cars. And you just don't see them every day. So I thought, well, Rich, you wanted to see the orange. And there it is. Like I said, I love the Gremlin. Cool stuff. Show off. I admit I got really lucky. Whenever I got some cars that turned out to be some pretty rare cars, just not knowing it. So let's start this way, because the first two cars on here are from my personal collection. The first one is the Turbo Turnian or something like that. And if you'll notice, it's got AJ's rims on it. Yeah, I stabbed myself with a knife. And this came out of my personal collection. The one that I have doesn't have AJ's wheels on it. That's why I bought this one. So you could take a little aluminum polish those rims and shine them up if you wanted to. It's on a Magna Traction chassis. It does run. Like I said, I've learned my lesson before our calls ship now. I make sure the battery turns them over. And you can see it's in great shape. It came out of my cabinet. This came out of my cabinet. The next one that came out of my cabinet is the Honda Lotus here. I got two of them. This is a TYCO on the chaparral body. It's got a little bit of wear on it, but it's in great shape. A lot of these you're finding are broken wings that have been re-glued on one side or the other. This one's been barely used, but it's in great shape. The next one we have there is the big bad twin pack only Viper. And that is a Hot Wheels twin pack, as you can see there, the Hot Wheels logo. It's got the Hot Wheels rims on it. And this was a new old stock out of a twin pack. So this thing's brand new. It's just been popped out of the twin pack. And then last but not least, I've got the Blue Bayou ZR1 Corvette with white rims. It does have a little bit of rash there. There we go. I'm trying to show it. There it is right there. See that? I mean, just ever so faint on the roof. But still in good shape. Main thing that on these is the ZR1 on the sides is wore off, or on the nose has been wore off, or the windshield's been wore off, or like I said, the either side. This one, as you can see, is in great shape and very lightly used. So good version of the ZR1 Vet. And then last but not least, we have the 440 x2 Camaro with chrome rims. The non-catfish version, I think. Is that right, Paul? This isn't the catfish. This is the pre-catfish, I think. That will buff out. Yeah, it will. So. And honestly, you know, I know those rims look cool, but if you got a set of Steve's aluminum rims on that bad boy, that would look sweet. Paul is cleaning his grill. Correct, no catfish. Thank you for backing me up there. I'm not into my Camaros, and I didn't even realize the AFX came out with the CH until someone told me that the new ones were. I don't know the C numbers of the Corvettes. I'm sorry. You start talking about Mustangs, and I can join the conversation. So let's get the old timer. So this is where the subscribers pick which one they want to see auctioned off first. And if it sells, it sells. If it don't, it don't. Evel Knievel car. Okay. Yeah. So here it is in the book. 71 to 74. It's a 3 in the AFX book. And they had 2 different versions, different sizes. I don't have both versions, so I can't show you which one's the different size stars. But suffice to say, it's at least, what, 620, over 50 years old. And there it is again. It's got the AJ's rims on it. I'm trying to show that there's really no damage on this thing whatsoever. This thing came from my case. Good looking car. All righty. So we went through the AFX book, as we know it's from 71 to 74. Quick math says that would be 54 to like 51 years old. So it's in pretty good shape, and it's got some of those classic AJ wheels too. So yeah, Kimber. No, like I said, that's one of my personal cars that I had 2 of. The only difference between the one I'm keeping and that one is this one has the AJ's rims on it, and the one I'm keeping is all original AFX Aurora. So if anybody's interested in the big bad boy, $45 what I've been starting my personal cars off at, and so that's what the auction will start at. I'll put it in there. There we go. Oh, wow. Thank you, Bruce. So Bruce has the high bid at 65. I've been trying to diversify and get more AFX stuff. So I don't have a lot of my personal stuff that I have doubles of or triples of. But if I do have it, you're going to be seeing it for sale. Because like I said, I'm a man on a mission. The Mustang's going to run without me having to sell a kidney. That's the goal anyway. Although black market kidneys are bringing good money. AFX. If it gets down to 1 minute, no one's bid, then Bruce wins it for the 65. So basically 35 seconds. Make sure you're on live chat on top. You really don't need 2 kidneys. I've heard that, but I don't want to take the chance, Tom. You know, I do drink a lot of Mountain Dew. I got to filter the sugar out. 10 seconds. Only used once. Nice. That's it. Sold. Everyone give Bruce a round of applause. He's been buying a lot of my older TYCO or older AFX cars. You got a good looking one. And there's those vaunted AJ's rims on it. Like I said, those are straight from the 70s. Nothing screams 70s like AJ's rims. So congratulations, Bruce. Goodbye, man. Let's do that. Oh, well, you'll be happy then because I've got some more older ones I'm filtering through. All right, car number 2. You guys want to see the Lotus Honda, the twin pack only new old stock Viper, or the ZR1, or the carded Camaro? And then I told the members next week they're going to have a hard time just picking 5 cars, I promise. I bought some cars from an estate sale off Facebook Marketplace. F1, good one to pick. She's a beauty. You can see there's a little bit of scuffing right there. See that where it's not, the circle's not all the way around. And then I think I'm pointing out all the damage. I'm not trying to snooker or pull anything over anybody. And you can see the Lotus is kind of worn on the top right there. But you can see how that one is more filled out, the long. But she's a beauty. This one came from my case. This is the Chaparral body style, if anybody was interested. There's 4 different body styles: Wildcat, Chaparral, the F1, and the Shark Nose as far as TYCOs go. And just like I did with the other one, this is one of my personal ones. And then I'll dig out the book. There we go. $32. Thank you, Keith. Wow. Thank you, Bruce. So car 32. Made from 88 to 89, only on the 440X2 chassis, part number 8298. There's a dark yellow and a light yellow. I don't have both versions, so I can't show you. But it does make a difference on the rarity. Car 32. I guess it'd help if I showed you what I was pointing at. 32. 88 to 89. And there are 4 or 3. But good luck trying to buy one of those for cheap. So it's going to go all the way to the end since we have 2 bidders. Thank you, Keith, and thank you, Bruce, for bidding on it. And yeah, I've had that car for a long time. I'll be honest. Sure. This is the one that the mayor was. I told him to buy one. I'd pay him back, and then he told me that Bob Beers was there. So then I had the mayor get me Bob Beers' autograph. And if you guys ever want to know what Bob Beers looked like, there's Bob Beers. Oh, no problem, Patrick. I need to try to get another couple of versions of that book so I can try to give them away on our next giveaway. Because this is a very comprehensive book. And if you like Aurora and model motoring and AFX, it's got a lot of good stuff in it. You can see it's pretty thick. 30 seconds left. Bruce has the high bid at 70. Gotta write it down. TYCO Lotus F1. Okay. I'm going to pin your bid, but if no one else bids, then you want it for 70, Bruce. You know how I play. There it is. Everyone give Bruce a round of applause. And your high bid was 70, and no one else bid against you, Bruce. So you won that car for $70, not your 85. So I'll replace your pin. And thank you, Keith, for bidding. Everyone give Bruce a round of applause. He got 2 cars straight out of my case. Very lightly used. Good looking. There we go. So now we're down to the twin pack only, new old stock loose Viper, the ZR1, or the Camaro. So it looks like it's GM heaven or Dodge. Autograph the white wall. Nice, John. I can barely scribble my own name, let alone autograph anything. Someone would go, well, it starts with an S. All right, Kimber. Thank you, sir. So here we have one that I bought for auction. So that means it's going to start off at 40 bucks in case you're wondering. Nice and cheap, but it is in great shape. Look at that. ZR1 on both sides. It's got the Corvette on the windshield. It's got the ZR1 there. And like Steve mentioned, it's got some very fine scratches that you could buff out if you wanted to. But all in all, it's in great shape. This is a good looking car. And I'll pull it up in the book. Once I do this, unpin. So starting bid is $40. Pin message. Start. Let me dig it out of the book. Thank you, Kimber. I wouldn't try Novus number 3. I'd try number 2 first, personally. And Kimber has the high bid at 40. Thank you, sir. Oh, well, hey, Bruce, thank you for showing up tonight, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you, Rob. And I guess I could zoom in on it. Sorry about that. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, my buddy. And I was telling Adam, in case you guys are wondering where Adam's at, he's watching Alex's baseball game. So he'll join us later whenever he gets home. But there's 2 versions of the ZR1 bet. There's the one with the stripe, and then there's the one with no stripe. And that's the one you're looking at right there. No stripe. And that is car 23. Thank you to Rick's Red Dirt Slots for the book. 93 to 95, 440 times 2, X2, blue from Toys R Us. Oh, wow. Didn't realize it. There you go. From Toys R Us set. And that is car 23. So I did not even realize that was a Toys R Us set car. Wouldn't have made any difference on the starting bid, but it's just more knowledge for you guys. And 1 minute left. And I know I just hit live on YouTube, and I'm only like 2 to 3 seconds behind. So hopefully you guys aren't getting bombed with ads and stuff like that. Yes, Rick, it's an awesome book. Nice and new and pretty. Thank you, sir. You guys, you and Paul are going to have to give us updates on the Oklahoma game. Because I'm curious. 20 seconds left, Mr. Rodriguez, 65. Okay, cool. Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, no, like I said, guys, I put it on minimum. And anybody that has a YouTube channel knows what I'm talking about. So I can't do anything more than that. They don't let you get rid of ads completely. There it is. Everyone give Mr. Rodriguez a round of applause. He got him a little red Corvette. Now he's got him a little blue Corvette. Congratulations, Rob. At the very top of the chat, it's going to say live chat or top chat, and you need to make sure you're on live because that's the most accurate chat. And that way, if you are bidding on something, you're current with the timer and the bids. So she's a beauty. Toys R Us set car. Had no idea. Now I do. No, wrong one. There it is. TYCO. Rod. 65. So we're down to the final two, and then we'll do a giveaway, and it looks like we're going to have some time. It's like a 7-second delay. Yeah, you might try to, Debbie, you might try to refresh. That might help. I know it helps me whenever I do my phone, whenever I'm doing watching videos on my phone. Wow. Oklahoma's up 7-0, and Bama's woke up. I think they were a little embarrassed about all the crap everyone was giving them. Thank you for the update, Steve. So we're down to the final two. It's either the twin pack, new old stock. This is a brand new car. It was taken out of a twin pack. That's all they came in. So it's brand new, never been ran. It's got the correct Hot Wheels rims on it. You can tell it's a Hot Wheels twin pack because it has Hot Wheels on the glass. Any of the Hot Wheels cars that come from twin packs or any Hot Wheels editions usually have the Hot Wheels logo. Hey, Brian, thanks for showing up, man. So we got the Viper, or we got the non-catfish Camaro. So you guys tell me which one you want to see next, and we'll get it up there. Hey, Ed, thank you for showing back up, buddy. Viper. All right. Like I said, this is a twin pack only. It's the way you could get this. I thought it was kind of crazy that they labeled the exhaust on there like that. They call it fangs. See that? They named it. Got all sorts of stuff written all over it. What does that say? Can you guys read that? What the hell does that say? Pardon my French. Sorry. Missing the red line tires. Yeah. Probably cobbed them. Turbo Street Team. Okay, cool. Turbo something. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I normally have to do, G-Bud, but everybody else had better eyesight than I had. I've only got a little screen from my camera here. Take a pic. So, all right. So here, let's zoom it in. Oh, my camera will work. Come on, man. There we go. Starting bid is 45 since it's new. And I'll dig it out of the book unless somebody knows the page. I'm going to say I thought I came close to flipping right to it earlier. Oh, thank you, Jeff. So Jeff has the high bid at 45. And there's several Vipers, so I'm trying to find the Hot Wheels Vipers. Page 68. Thank you, Jimbo. Thank you, Rob. I just saw that. 68. There it is. And there's the red line wheels that he was talking about. Took you a while? Yeah, there's a lot of Vipers in this book. So car 17. There it is. TW, twin pack only. Turbo Street Team Fangs. Blue, lime, orange. 2000, so it's 25 years old. Thank you, Jim. I was still up at the front, and I remembered it was a Hot Wheels, and I had to start flipping. It's going to go all the way to the end since we did have two bidders. That's the Rick and Steffi rule. Yeah. What is that? Do you remember the TYCO trains? Gray and black? Yes, I do. I wanted to try to, every so often those sets come up for sale on eBay and Marketplace and other places, and I want to try to get one of those. But Mustang's got to run first. I haven't bought a personal slot car, and I guess it's this is 8 weeks now. 2 months. All I've done is buy stuff for the auction and my Mustang. Like I said, one way or another. And if anybody's interested in watching Scott try not to wound himself anymore, I'll be working on the Mustang on Monday. I apologize to everybody that was looking forward to me rearranging cars on the wall. But I got work to do on that Mustang, and I've got about 4 or 5 weeks to get it all done, and I want to make sure it's there. Oh, I'm already going through withdrawals, John, because I see a lot of cars that I want to buy, but the little voice inside my head says, you got a Mustang, buddy. 5 seconds left. Oh, I've told Adam the devil's been on my shoulder several times. There it is. Sold. Mr. Rodriguez. Thank you, sir. Got him an awesome twin pack only Viper, the Fang. Awesome. Brand new. Got a good price on it, too. I'll put Viper. And 50. That's a good buy. Hot Wheels, yep. It had a number under it. Well, here, yep, there it is. There's the number that he was talking about. Thank you, Kimber. 260, 2650 KC or 2650 KC. Crazy. And then there's the Turbo Street Team. Thank you again to everybody that could read that earlier. So, good looking car. Actually got a little color on it so you could race it around the track and still see it. The super duper double loopers that I have go from, if they're brand new in the package, I've got 4 of them. And the Countach goes for more than the Vets, and the 300ZX goes for more than the Vets. But bottom dollar you're going to pay for one of those is generally $60 to $65 for the Vets, and 70 up for the Countaches and the 300ZX. Oh, the track set? Oh, that's an easy couple of $100. If you could pick it up for less than a couple of $100, then you'd be well ahead of the game. Because even used ones bring good money. So the last auction car of the night is the big bad Camaro. Hey, Ray. Thanks for showing up, man. I believe that's a twin pack Camaro too. Yeah, it is. Twin pack Camaro came in the supercars also. So it came in a couple things. Yeah, I like that. 1,000 miles an hour. I don't know about that. Big Back Arrow said nobody arrow. I'm trying to find it in the book because I can't spin it around. Oh yeah, they're fast. They handle good because they're nice and low. They don't have a lot of high weight. All right, Camaro CA 2010 74. Said nobody ever. Well, that ain't even close to right. Oh, 26. Okay, cool. Thank you, Jim. See, I was all out of whack. I was looking at the other ones. On the other side of the book, sorry. There it is, finally. Car 15. There it is. 1995. Red, black, twin pack, but it also came individually, and that's what you got right there, the 9118. 1996. So 96, it's 29 years old. And I start all the new ones off in the package at $50 unless I had to pay more for it. So that's what we'll start it off at. Oh, I've got quite a ways to go. I dare say probably like G-Bud and Rich's Slot Car Room probably have more of the TYCO book filled up than I do. Because I also, like G-Bud, he does Auto World, but Rich just mainly does TYCO. So he's got a lot of older TYCOs that I wish I could have. Yeah, Jim's on it like Blue Bonnet. Oh, thank you, Rob. I am going to get another TYCO book eventually just so I can mark my cars in it. Because I know Rich has done that with his, and that comes in real handy. And instead of trying to rely on your memory to remember what you have or run into your case to see if you got it or looking at your wall forever thinking it was in one place and then you rearranged it and now it's in another. All right, so if no one else bids against Rob, we're going to stop it when it gets down to 1 minute. So 1 minute is the Rick and Steffi rule. If no one else bids, then we end it and we get on to the giving away the pit kit. Dave, Rob is getting a very nice collection of cars. I will tell you that. He get that second book and then check them off. You'd be cool. You got that page full. Wow, nice, Kimber. I'm jealous. Yeah, I've got a couple of pages that I have every car that they actually produced on there. But I don't even think I got half of the TYCOs. 10 seconds. If anybody's wanting to bid against Rob, if not, we're done with the auction for tonight. And then we get to give away a pit kit, and it looks like we're going to have time to go through my TYCO book, which is cool. There it is, sold. Everyone give Rob a round of applause. Got him a red Camaro to go with his blue Corvette. There's those shiny rims. See, this is good enough to hang on the wall, or I know Rob, he'll just open it up and run it. But he could hang it on the wall if he wanted to. It's clear still. Congratulations, man. Thank you again for your bid and your purchase. Camaro carded, because we did have a loose version. $65. Wow, see, we're early tonight on the giveaway on the pit kit. So Supercar lot. Yeah, you've got a lot of nice cars, man. Yeah, he won 3 really nice cars. Normally, I notice that people try to tune into the show the last, half hour so they have a chance to try to win. So you people that are loyal are going to be the only ones that have a chance, because when I'm done auctioning this off, I'm going to run into the living room and grab that TYCO book, because believe it or not, I was actually looking through it whenever I found it, and I laid it next to my table. And honestly, I didn't think that we'd be done. Thanks to Tom's generosity with No Dog Motorsports on the garage that we're going to be auctioning off next Saturday night. I didn't think we'd have time, or I'd have brought it in here. But suffice to say, thank you again, Adam, Brianna, and Alex of Adam Slot Cars and More. You can check out my buddy Adam's show on Wednesday nights. He has carded cars, loose cars. You're just not going to beat the man's prices, I can guarantee. He was giving away some, not giving them away, but for the prices that he was selling them for, he was practically giving away some cars last week. So stop by and support them, and tell them thank you so much for supporting the Pit Kits for the show. Well, Dave, hang around, man. We're getting ready to give away a car. You like free, don't you? You might be able to race it. Build your winner and race it. And then, like I said, random number generator. We got 55 people, so that's what it's going to be, 1 to 55. So it's just showing you. 1 to 55. I'll write it down. And then we'll go through my TYCO book. I can't wait to show you guys this book. It's bad to the bone. It kind of looks like the one that Rich got from Paul. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same one. But if it is, oh well. We'll see it twice. And if for some reason we get to more, then that's why I wrote down Pit Kit number 1. Let me write down the number and circle it. Okay. All right. So once again, on the chat, there it is. On the chat above, up top, it has live chat and top chat. You want to make sure you're on live chat and refresh real quick. And then I'm going to put the word go in the chat. The number is going to be between 1 and 55. And the first person that comes up with the correct number is the winner. If I think I saw it and I got it wrong, I apologize. We'll just redo it. It's free. This is fun. That's what this is all about. Nothing serious here. This is what we're here for. Good time on Saturday nights, talk about slot cars, maybe have a chance to win a free one. So is everybody all ready to go? Yeah, rookie. Kimber, you're going to learn real quick not to use that talk to text, because you'll end up saying stuff according to your text that you did not even remotely say. Well, at least if it works like mine did. All right. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, Devin. Oh, I saw it. Oh, to be 21 again. With my knowledge that I have now, I'd be dangerous. And if I was 21 again, oh my, that means I'd be right in the middle of the Tommy years. Yeah, that'd be a good time to go back to. So any number in the 20s, I'm going to read off. Sweet Jane, 27. Steve P, 23. Mike O, 22. Danny Sosa, 26. Hey, Andy, thanks for showing up, man. Kevin W, 23. Debbie, 20. Mike O, 23. Danny Sosa, 27. Captain Fishtail, Devin, 24. Patrick Clark, 25. There it is. Machine Slot Car Underground, 21. I knew I saw it. Everyone give Ray a round of applause. There it is. Machine Slot Car Underground 21. Congratulations, Ray. Let me write that down. And if for some reason we do get up to the 70 or 80, then we'll give away another one. But as of right now, he's the only winner for tonight on the freebies. And yeah, we got a few minutes. So give me 1 second. Let me dodge my dogs and go grab that TYCO book. And we'll take a trip back down memory lane to 1977 when Scott was 10 years old. All right, so here's the big bag book that I was talking about, 1977. It came from Hobby Surplus Sales in New Britain, Connecticut. So if you're in the Northeast, might be kind of curious to see if any of you guys have been to this hobby store. So yeah, we're going in the way back machine. So if you guys don't know, if you can't tell already, if you're just now watching, I am a collector. I don't just collect cars. I collect memorabilia. I collect the old buildings, the old accessories, whatever you want to call it. I'm just a slot car fanatic. But I'm also an HO train fan too. The problem with HO trains is you generally don't race them. And I have to have a little more adrenaline in my life. But my goal was to always have, like Kenton with slot cars and HO trains, has Pimp Your Layouts. Usually on Thursday nights, he had to cancel this week. But is to have a train around my slot car track. Well, I ended up using my whole table, just nothing for my slot car track, so no train. But that has not stopped me from buying a lot of HO train stuff, because when I do eventually move into a bigger place, hopefully, I plan on having a train layout, to be quite honest. And it's going to have my TYCO track on it. So I'm going to have an AFX track, and I'm going to have a TYCO track, and the TYCO track is definitely going to have my HO train stuff on it. So they're coming around the mountain, the night glow sets, the Chattanooga Choo Choo. This is good stuff. TYCO for sure. Oh, that'd been nice, Kimber. Once I got my main track sets, then oh, hey, no problem, Tom. Hey, thank you again, buddy. I appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow, and next Saturday night we'll auction off your big bad garage. Thank you again for your friendship and support, man. So here we go. The Santa Fe diesel. I think I've got that one. I don't have the Midnight Special. I do have the Rock Island Freight. I do have that one. And I've got several of the car hauler accessories. I don't have the twin diesel. I definitely don't have the Golden West. See the size of those sets? And then the last one there, I do not have the Burlington Northern. So, you know, I don't have a lot of them. But this old TYCO stuff's getting pretty pricey. People are getting pretty pennies for it now. People like me reliving their childhood buying stuff up again. So here's that Chattanooga Choo Choo set. And then I do have that Maxwell House accessory. I don't have the Chattanooga engine, but I do have the West Oil, the Baby Ruth, the Old Dutch, the Jello. And like I said, that Maxwell's. In case you guys didn't know what that is, if you're wondering, those of you that are not interested in trains or don't know about train sets, that box right there with that little push button, whenever you push it, it makes the horn sounds of the train, the huh, you know, a lot louder, obviously, but oh no, this one's cool. The Durango, because see, it came with the cattle yard. I do have that cattle yard, and I do have that. I've got that whole thing right there. I do have this Rock Island set. That's a pretty big over and under. You can find those Rock Islands fairly common. You can find the Durango, it's pretty common. This one, good luck. Coming around the mountain. Hey, Danny. Good night, buddy. Thank you for showing up. And that one's kind of cool because it came with the car hauler, came with the cattle hauler, and it came with the Maxwell, you know, sound box, I guess. Yeah, there you go. 6 colorful autos. That's awesome. Cattle car and depot set with truck, cab, and trailer and cattle. Good night, Patrick. Thank you for showing up, man. And then the Maxwell house. This isn't all just trains. We'll eventually get to the slot cars. It just starts off with the trains. I do not own that one. That royal blue. That one would be pretty pricey, I'm guessing, if you were to find it. I do have that Santa Fe. And I've got that log unloader and the piggyback trailer and truck terminal. I've got that. I even have that crossover right there with the arm that's lighted. That's lighted, and the arm goes up. So when the train comes close, then the arm comes down and the lights on the pole light up. Pretty cool. I think mine's called the Chattanooga, my original train. I'll have to dig it out. But I don't have any of the Amtrak-like transporters. Always wanted one, but and then here's the Chattanooga, and I think I own this one. I've got that little crane and unloader there. I've got that, yeah. I've got one of these that opens up and drops the stuff out the bottom, whatever those are called. Yeah, I'm almost positive. I think this is one of my childhood trains because it puffs out smoke. Here we go. All right, we're getting to the slot car stuff. So this is the last train only. Look at that layout. Look at that layout. Can you imagine opening up that on Christmas as a kid? 2 engines, all the accessories, all that track, the switchovers. Man, that'd have been a dream. But the better dream for me would have been to win this one, the road and the rail. Because then it came with the night glow. And if you look back here, you can see it's got the crossover track for the train and the slot cars. Good night, Randy. Thank you for showing up, buddy. You and your brother both have a good night. Keep pumping out those videos. I love the 5 or 10 laps. See, and it came with 2 curve hugger cars. There's the box. And there's your crossover piece right there that I was talking about. Those pieces of track right there, those get pretty pricey. A lot of people want those just for the layouts like what I was describing. Oh, now if I don't know what it's like, but if your parents were well off, then you might have been lucky enough to get this layout. And this is the expansion system. Look at that. And that actually came from TYCO. See that? That's bad to the bone, man. It's got like all their accessories all over it, buildings, churches. There you go, Mayor. It's got a church. Switch tracks. Yeah, that's pretty bad to the bone. Look at that layout. For stupid rich kids, yep, you nailed it. Yeah, I wasn't one of those kids. Look at that layout. Look, that's a lot of switches and specialty track there, guys. That's a good, yeah. You woke up on Christmas and you had that bad boy sitting under your tree. You knew Santa really liked you. Yeah, Debbie, I got some of those too. Yeah, ha church. See, I figured if you were still here, you'd like that. See, there it is right there. That's the TYCO church. In case anybody cared or not, we still have 54 people, so you know it's obviously it's not too boring. This is a perfect book, guys. This thing's, I mean, dead solid, perfect. 1977. I was 10 years old when this thing came out, and so here's your little wish list center section of all the cool stuff that you could get. I do have a lot of these. I've got that. I've got that. I've got that. Don't have that one, but I do have the logs. I've got the Virginia. I've got the car hauler. I've got the Maxwell house. Got the cattle and the crossover. The crane car with boom tender. Not sure, G-Bud. I was so busy looking at the train stuff, I never made it really to the slot car stuff. And, oh, wow. Okay, so I do have this Exxon gas station here. And I think that's about it. So, yeah, the rest of this I don't have. Hey, Scott, read a book. Oh, do I need to keep going up, Devin? Sorry. No, that was your first set. Oh, that's cool. Really? How much they want for that? Coming around the mountain set? A couple $100? If it's in the box and everything, I'm sure they want close to that. No, I've never seen it for sale, so I'll just look at it. Sears catalog, JCPenney catalog, yep. So here's all the buildings. And I used to have more. I do own the Exxon gas station there. 150 or best offer. That's not too bad if it's all complete. Thank you for pointing that out. I wish I had $150 to spend. Hopefully nobody buys it and it sits there for a while and they drop the price, but I'm sure someone will snag it up. See, I'd love to be able to collect all these buildings and then add those to my layout. Not to this layout, but to the train layout. And then here's all your locomotive dream wishes there. Like I said, if you watched me do one of these books, I always wanted the chassis system whenever I was younger. And look at all those engines. There's that Midnight Special, the Coming Around the Mountain. Yeah. There's the 1976, 1776 engine. There's the twin diesels. Trolleys. You had a chassis? Nice, Patrick. Man, yeah, see, I always wanted that. And whenever I was younger, I used to call it cheesy. Yeah, that's awesome. You know, when you're young, and hell, I was only 10 years old. Hooked on Phonics hadn't even come out yet. And then, you know, if you're like me and you couldn't afford to buy engines, then you would buy cars. So look at all the different cars. And, you know, used to be you could pick these up pretty cheap. Not anymore. The more common ones you can still pick up really inexpensively if they're in good shape. But if there's some of the rare ones like that Coca-Cola, it's going to go for good money. The Planters is going to go for good money. Pepsi, everyone likes the Morton Salt, the Sanka, the Starfish. Everybody, sorry, Charlie, you know, they want 86. Wow, that's not bad. I'm just saying, they don't make this stuff anymore. And the TYCO train stuff is very well built, and you can rebuild a lot of that stuff. So, you know, I like my TYCOs. And here, we finally made it to the slot car section. So here's your slot car dream list. How many of these bad boys you guys got? There's, ironically, the Rough Rider Gremlin that we were showing off tonight, the Rough Rider Pinto, 1977. Hey, Adam. Hope Alex won his game. The Vega funny car, the Pinto funny car. Then there's your lighted cars right there. Silver Street cars. Blue Max. Lola. I think Danny bought the Chrome 427, AP 427 vet I sold. $86. Yeah, they are smoking crack rock. That's why they priced it. See, I told you it'd be around $200. When you said 150 or best offer, I was like, man, that's pretty cheap. If you added $86 onto the shipping, that shoots it right over the $200 mark. And they're doubling at least what they're charging for shipping on what it actually cost them. Okay, so we're getting to the track section of the book. So we'll see if we have G-Bud's first track set in here. And I've got both of those cars out of that track set there. Super over and under. So there it is. I do not have either one of those, the Pinto and the Vega. Now, why they did drag cars on a modified track like that, I'll never know. Oh, 5.5 foot long drag strip. Okay. Converts into a 5 long. Okay. Then we have the Silver Streak lighted electric racing. I do have the Vet and the Porsche. I don't have the track set, but I got the cars. And you said yours was the Daredevil Jump or something like that, G-Bud? Here's the big thing for the 70s. I remember this, and it even says it right there. Cool. As advertised on TV. Chrome 51 and the Chrome number 4. Does it ship assembled? For $86, it better. Pretty cool stuff. Oh, wow. So the very same two cars as seen on and advertised on TV. Oh, nice, Kimber. Look at that. It's got the dual loops in it. I remember seeing that commercial. That's awesome. That's the part that I like seeing right there. As advertised on TV. I don't know about you guys, but I can still remember seeing AFX and TYCO commercials being a kid on Saturday morning watching cartoons. And then they'd put out this night glow stuff, and I'd be like, oh, I got to have it. Got to race at night. We got the Sebring, Lights and Sound of Sebring Electric Racing. This ought to be near and dear to G-Bud's heart now that he's got one. It comes with a motor roar. I have both of those, the Ferrari and the Porsche. That's a pretty cool track. And then look at the size of that monster, the Championship 1000. Motor roar, yes. As soon as I saw that, you're the first person I thought of. Look at the size of that track set. That'd be like a giant raceway now today. How many pieces is that? Hell, this track set weighs 50 pounds. I knew it was a lot. 37 feet. 47 sections of track. It sets up in a 3.5 by 7 foot space. A lot of track. Yeah, I know. It looks a lot bigger than 37 feet. I guess the angle changes everything a little bit, but that's still a pretty big track set. See, there's the Camaro and Mustang. I got both of those. I don't think it's got your Daredevil jump in there, G-Bud. Nope, we're on the last one. And it's a 4-lane track, and I never even knew they had one until I saw these in the book. A 4-lane night glow. Look at that. Lighted racing, 4 lanes. The double A, yeah, that's bad to bone. Or those. Look at the alternate. Look at the alternate right there. Layout. I like that layout better than I like that layout. That's bad to the bone. What's crazy is it came with those plungers. Old school. The trains had 3 sections and the track was gray. I know. Me either. Whenever I was younger, when this was all coming out, we had just moved to, my parents had just bought their first farm, and we lived on a 5-acre plot of land, and the next person lived in a 5-acre, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was spread out 5 or more acres, and there were only 3 kids within a 1-mile radius of my house. Yeah, the mayor has become the YouTube slot car channel hangout for racing. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I love these books. I love them. I love them. I love them. They're just a trip down memory lane. I'm sorry, G-Bud, we didn't have yours in there, but I will definitely keep trying to buy these books whenever they come up and they're reasonable. But these are bad to the bone. 78. Okay. You don't have enough for 2 lanes. Now, Steve, we see you racing. We know better. But no, like I said, I'm a big hobby enthusiast on the HO scale. My main gig was slot cars, but my heart's always had a soft spot for trains. And my perfect scenario would be to merge those two together and have the HO train set with the HO track set all together, interacting with each other, kind of like one of those did. So one of these days, I'm going to have to break down and buy that TYCO piece with the train tracks that go across, because when I do move into a bigger place, like I said, I am going to put up a TYCO track and I am going to put up my TYCO train. So I'll have a TYCO only trailer or table, which will be really cool because I've got a lot of cool train stuff and a lot of stuff from TYCO that I want to add from it, building wise and stuff like that. So, like I said, these are little trips down memory lane for me. I love these things. I like I said, 1977. I can remember seeing that curve hugger commercial for the night glow with them doing the loops and thinking that was just so bad to the bone. And first thought, oh, it'd be so cool to race at night with the lights off. And then anybody that's ever done it knows that it's not nearly as cool as what the commercial makes it look out to be. But as a kid, you don't know that. But anyway, yeah, no, it was really cool. Kannapolis, nice, Brian. 20 plus kids, yep. All the friends money could buy. Yeah, that's your best deal is to go to those flea markets and stuff like that to find stuff that people have done. Estate sales are another good place to pick up stuff inexpensively, kind of like I did with that Facebook marketplace on all those cars coming in. I bought a complete collection of 40 cars. Oh, wow, Rob, that's crazy. $20. Yeah, Mayor, the good old days. I can't remember how many dumb things I used to do whenever I was younger. It's a miracle I've made it this far in life. I'll just put it that way. If you add up my childhood stupidity, my teenage year stupidity, and my 20-something stupidity, there's 3 solid decades of stupidity. It's amazing I made it this far. My little sister, we put going on a hell of an estate sale. No, Steve. Before you get to that point, you need to try to sell it off. Exactly, G-Bud. I've actually got some of those track sets that I've still got those on those little glow in the dark strips still on the card, which are bad to the bone. Dirt bike injuries. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to show up with my hat on, but that's why I tell everybody if I ever get arrested, I'll tell them I got a frontal brain lobe injury from childhood. I was carrying a bunch of toy guns to play guns with my friends when we lived up in St. Charles. That's how young I was. And I was coming down the stairs and tripped and fell and landed head first on the concrete platform. Busted my head right open. Needless to say, I didn't get to play guns. Hey, Brian, thank you for showing up, buddy. You have yourself a good night too, man. Skateboarding quarters on pipes we found it. We called it playing army. Well, you know, I think the cowboys and Indians are doing all sorts of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That green, yeah, that. What I think is really cool is I have some of the night glow cars. So whenever I turn off my lights in here at night after being in here, some of my cases glow, which is pretty cool. Yep, cowboys and Indians. Yeah. No, like I say, guys, well, here, I've got it within reach, so I've been working on cleaning up the room, and we've got a couple minutes left, so like I said, I collect memorabilia, guys, so I don't know if you guys, a lot of you guys know what these are. These are the old model motoring hop-up kits, and I wish I had one complete. Oh, cool, Debbie. Leesport, Pennsylvania, toy show tomorrow. G-Bud, better head that way. So these boxes, they actually came with a little bit of something in them on all of them. See, G-Bud, that's what I'm talking about, man. Thank you, Debbie, for sharing that. And so I don't know how many of you people have ever seen these, and if you have, if you don't know what they come with, but there it is. So the kit contained a screwdriver, tires, slicks, pickup shoes, brushes, hubs, 12 tooth gear, crown gear, wheel axles, speed oil, racing decals, complete 12-page booklet on how to hop up your model motoring Thunderjet 500. And so kind of like the pit kits of today, that's what they had for the Thunderjets. And so I do have one of them that has a screwdriver. Just a simple flathead undo the T-jet screws. Yeah, this is HO size for the Thunderjets, the T-jets, Aurora. And then here's your little hop-up book, in case you guys were wondering. 1964. So I wasn't even born yet when this thing came out. I wasn't even a twinkle in my daddy's eye. Oh, wow, Steve. And so there's some of the accessories. You saw I got the screwdriver. Tells you right there. So, like I said, I wasn't even born when this book was published and this thing came out. That's what's cool to me. This is history of the hobby. Tells you all the parts, how to break it down, where to add your oil. All your old Thunderjets. Every little part. 67, Mary. Oh, nice. Came with wheels and tires. Old parts. Yes, I am. Read that right there. A word of caution. Be sure to replace the magnets in the original location. Otherwise, your car will run in reverse. A sure way to lose a race. With a big L. That's awesome. Look at that. Telling you about the crown gears. Some additional hints. And here's the cool part. Look at those prices. A gear plate, 25 cents. Magnets, north and south, 25 cents a pair. $1 for an armature. A nickel for pickup spring. Look at those prices. $1.50 is the highest price I've seen on there so far. And that was for a gear plate and armature assembly. There's only 3 things on there over $1. That's insane. Of course, we're talking about 1964 too, when, you know, things didn't cost an arm and a leg. So let's see what's in the other 3 boxes real quick. Now I'm running over, and I thought I'd be running ahead. See what happens when you get me talking about the hobby and showing off some memorabilia. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So here's some of the original stickers that came in there. Oh, yes. I got me another book. It's been so long since I opened these up, I forgot. Check that out. It's a sticker. Oh, and this one actually came with one of the hubs. That's one of the replacement front hub wheels. $424, Jane. I'm a bull, which fits me perfect. Taurus the bull, bull-headed, full of bull, full of baloney, and bull-headed. Oh, there's something in this one too. Let's see what's in here. Been so long since I've had these open, I couldn't tell you. Oh wow, more stickers. Or these are water slides that came with them. Bandino. Hot dog. Phantom. These are OG. These are what came in the kits. That's bad to the bone, man. All right, Aries. Oh, so isn't that after me? Or is that before me? Bandito Benito, yes. And box number 4. Ooh, okay, so I'm not going to get them all out, but this has a lot of the parts in it. I've got 2 axles, 2 sets of tires. I've got chrome rims, front and rear. I've got a new guide pin. I've got new pickup shoes. Look at all the stuff that's in there. Those are the parts that came in the kit. That is bad to the bone. See, these are little chrome rims. Obviously, I got another book in there. Wow, the tires are still flexible. That's amazing. Got some new pickup shoes. That's bad to the bone. People pay. Oh, look at this. The whole box only cost 79 cents. Before me. Okay, Jane. Well, good things are always ahead of me. I'm always the last to find out. 79 cents, you could buy that whole hop-up kit. That's insane. I know you know what's even more insane is people will pay $20+ just for an empty one of these boxes. Yeah, you heard me right. $20+. I've seen these boxes sell for 30 and 40 bucks a pop. And with all the parts in them like this, yeah. If I put the screwdriver in there and all the decals, the sticker, and everything, if I put this in here and made a complete kit, I bet I could get close to $100. Cool, G-Bud. All right, Mayor, thank you guys for showing up. Well, yeah, it's already after 10 o'clock East Coast time, but we took a little trip down memory lane. Like I said, this is more of the stuff I like to do on the show besides just auctioning cars on Saturday nights. So if you ever have a chance to buy one of these boxes for less than 10 bucks, even if it's empty, buy it. You'll be $10 ahead because, like I said, people charge $20 for these boxes. So obviously, I've had these for a long time. I would not pay $20 for an empty box. I like history and stuff, but you know, it's an empty box. $20 is something I could spend that be a little more useful to me. So, good night, Jane. 3 sets of chrome. Okay, all of them TYCO, Rob? You can reply to my email. I promise I'll get on my computer. Okay, I kind of thought so. Oh, you're okay, Jimbo. Well, no, I want to thank everybody for showing up. I know we had kind of a light turnout. That's fully expected when the weather kind of gets where people can go outside, like Mike mentioned that there is an outside. And I completely understand that. Sports, if you've got kids, you know, or if you've got a favorite college football team like Paul and Rick were doing, they're trying to watch their favorite teams play at the same time that the show's on. And I noticed they faded away because that must be a really good football game. So I understand. Like I said, this is a hobby. I hold no grudges against anybody that can't show up. I appreciate the people that do show up. Once again, guys, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for having a great Saturday night. Spend a little bit of time with me. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you are interested, I will be live on Monday night, but I'll be out in the garage working on the Mustang, not moving cars. Like I mentioned earlier, if you missed it, I've got basically a month to get everything I need to get done on that car before the motor's ready to slide in. So all hands on deck, and it's just me, myself, and I. So the three of us, my split personality, are going to be out in the garage working on the car. If you're so inclined, stop by, and you might be able to see Scott wound himself or drop some cuss words because he smashed his finger or did something else. But hopefully we don't see any of that, but you just never know. Thank you guys again. Enjoy the rest of your week. I hope to see you on Monday night. If not, I'll catch you on Tuesday night. Oh, no, it's Bob's still off. So Wednesday night at Adams, Slot Cars and More for his auction. And check out Rich on TYCO Tuesday, Kenton on Thursday night for his Slot Cars and HO Train. Pro Tinker Toys is going to start their race night up again and auctions up again this Thursday, coming up Thursday night. So stop by and see Brian, Ryan, Danny, Mac and the gang. ProTinkerToys.com, ProTinkerToys.com. Don't forget to hit up Steven with Rooster Racing if you're wanting to get some of his awesome Super 7s or one of his Area 51s. Some great looking cars there. Friday night, we got Slot Cars and Cold Snack with Rich, and he's got his, thank God, his TYCO Friday video that comes out. And then that brings us back to Saturday with Slot Car Saturday Night Live. We'll be auctioning off Tom's awesome donation to the channel of that handmade garage that he constructed. Thank you again, Tom, with No Dog Motorsports. I sincerely appreciate your support as well. Thank you to everybody that tuned in tonight. Thank you to everybody that watches later, because I know I get about 2/3 more viewers after the show's been aired because people get to watch it at their own time instead of just when I'm live. So thank you to everybody that does take the time to watch. And if you do watch it later, shoot me a comment if you've got a question. I'll be happy to answer it. If I don't know the answer, I got plenty of smart people in the chat that'll do it for me, and we'll get your question answered for you. So, guys, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your week. I'll see you on Monday night. You guys take care. Get out there, light some sparks, and melt some plastic.